Welcome to another episode of Forge Diaries. This is an oddball episode in which we will be constructing a bookshelf with a lot of scrolls. The idea is that the scrolls will be creating a supporting frame on each side of the bookshelf and that the rest will mostly be just wood. To foreshadow the future and lay arrest any concerns that this is yet another video without any sharp objects, I can tell you that the next episode will be on creating a steel knife from old wrought iron. However, before we get there, let's look at the design of the frame in high speed. We are drawing it to scale on the concrete floor so that we can use it as a reference during the forging process. In this design, we are trying to connect the scrolls with each other so that they can form their own support structure. As you can see, there will be a lot of scrolls and we need to create twice as many of them so that we have enough for both sides. Since the scrolls have all roughly the same basic form, we start by creating a master form that we will use as a scrolling jig. Here you can see how I use two scrolling wrenches to bend the steel into the desired form. The process is very iterative and we will slowly refine the form with each heat. On occasion, we verify the scroll against the design of the concrete floor, which tells us if the form is right or if it needs to be corrected. The scrolling wrenches give the blacksmith a lot of fine control, and they are tools that come in handy on many occasions. We are finally approaching the correct shape. Now we just need to cut the scroll off and attach it to a base. The material for the scrolling jig is significantly thicker than the stock we will work with. This makes it sturdier and also slower to heat up. We attach it to a heavy base plate with a few spot welds. The welds are placed so that they will not interfere with bending the steel along the form later. The only part missing is a support that we can clamp into a vise. For this scrolling jig, we will be using some heavy square tube that we will weld to the other side of the steel plate. We bought about 40 feet, that's 12 meters, of flat steel bar that we need to cut into shorter pieces for scrolling. The first piece will just be an experiment. Tony and I hope that we will get the scroll completed in just one heat, but need to practice the steps first. The scrolling wrench is useful here to tighten up the curve and really allow us to follow our master form. Here you can see some prep bars that are ready for scrolling. Alright, time to make another one. Hopefully this one will be quicker. We are slowly getting the hang of this, so let's make a few more. Once we got some practice, we got much faster at this. Let's take a few of these scrolls and match them up with our design on the concrete floor. This will give us, for the first time, some idea on how the frame for the bookshelf might look like. To connect up the scrolls, we took some heavier bar that will form the spine in something akin to a large S-curve. We are using some big round tube to guide the bend. Again, the scrolling wrench comes in handy to force the bar to align with the tube. As you can see here, we sort of matched the first part of the design, but overdid the bend. We will adjust that now and then reverse the curve. Are we at the right spot? This is already looking much better. Here is the final adjustment, which follows the layout on the floor quite well. That's it for this episode. If you enjoyed it, please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. The concluding episode will be posted quite shortly, so see you back then. After the bookshelf project, it's back to knife making. Here's a quick sneak peek.